Hey everyone, this is Julian from the Binary Lab. In this video, I'm going to be doing a requested comparison between ETX Capital as well as 24 Option. So these are the premier brokers that are, or rather, I would say the top choices for people joining the Binary Lab right now. As in most popularly chosen. But there's also some people sitting on the fence wondering, should I go with 24 Option? Should I go with ETX Capital? So in this video, I'm going to be talking you through very briefly what are the differences between the two, so that you can probably make a better decision. Okay, in terms of payouts, 24 Option has higher payouts in general. Okay, in general, the payouts are like highest bar none. I think the payouts go up to as much as like 88%, 85%, and in ETX Capital it does go only as high as 85, which is also quite good. But 24 actually goes higher than that. However, if you look in the Asian session, ETX does give higher payouts in the Asian session for binary, the typical high-low. So not the short-term, but high-low. They actually do pay more than 24. So that's the difference. When it goes into Europe session, that's when Europe, US, 24 pays higher, bar none. They pay a bit less in the Asian session. On binary, the high-low goes as low as like 67, which is really bad. But in the Europe and US sessions, it all starts from like 70 something, 77, 81, 80, 80, 83, 85. It gets higher dramatically. As with most brokers, even low spot option brokers pay more in the Europe and US. Then what is the main draw factor? Okay, for ETX Capital, the main draw factor is that the trade starts at $10. 24 Option, the trade starts at $24. Other things, okay, in terms of overall pairs available to trade, ETX does give you a nice, decent pair selection for high-low trades throughout the whole day. But for short-term trading, if you're into doing like 5 minutes or less, you will see less things available to trade. I dare say that 24 Option has about twice as many currency pairs available throughout the day, not just on high-low, but also on the short term as well. Time frames. Okay, ETX is one better in terms of time frames than 24 because they have 3-minute expiry. They also have like 90-second expiry as well, which in 24 Option it's just like the 30-second, 60-second, 2-minute, 5-minute. There's no in between. There's no 90. There is no 3-minute. Why would you actually go for a 90-second or a 3-minute expiry? Because there will be setups where if you notice the market is kind of like still, you find that sometimes even having a short expiry time can actually capture a better part of the movement before it goes into a retrace. So previously when we used our 2-bar reversal method in the Binary Lab, the 90-second actually for a period of time was performing better than the 2-minute trade. So at that point of time, ETX would have been a very good option. But as of now, the current methods that we use in the Binary Lab, the main methods are that we use, okay, 2-bar reversal is still being used, but 5-minute is being used more often. So 5-minute breakout and reversals. So that's something you can take part in with both ETX as well as 24. Now, one of the things you need to take note of as well is that ETX Capital sometimes takes pairs off trading, especially on the short-term pairs. So if you are using, it doesn't happen as often as some of the brokers like CT Option. CT Option, they can totally remove short-term trading, like during high news. ETX, it happens sometimes, not all the time, but it does get a little bit frustrating because let's say if you are doing counter trend trading, okay, or if you're doing trend trading, sometimes you could be riding into like you won one, and then you find a whole bunch of trades. So you can be possibly riding. You can see it on your chart happening, but the thing is that the pair gets taken off, and then you cannot trade it. So that becomes a pain. The high-low is still there, but it's not there on the short term. This is for ETX. This happens sometimes. Once again, it's not as often as CT. I would say it happens about a sixth as often, a sixth of the time that it happens with ETX. Sorry, it happens a sixth of the time it happens with CT. It's a lot better. 24 option, on the other hand, in terms of pairs going offline or whatever, the pairs in 24 option do not really go offline. But what sometimes happens is that I've seen this a couple times too. Just before the Europe session, around 1 p.m. Eastern, okay, 1 p.m. Eastern, sorry, 1 a.m. Eastern, which is 1 p.m. in Singapore, Malaysia, and all that. Sometimes the website just goes off. So the trade context window, if I reload it, I have to actually go through the whole website to reload the page. When it goes off, I think they're just doing a quick system fix or a quick reboot or something like that. I experienced that a couple of times. The important part is that it happens, typically before a session. So I would think that if they have to really do some kind of a fix, they would basically choose to do it in a non-consequential time where people are not really watching the markets, like the lunch hour, so before it happens. Trade sizes, I mentioned that 24 option is 24 bucks for the smallest trade. If you go for a higher kind of account, like I think a platinum, the minimum trade size does go higher as well, but at the same time, they do give you higher payouts too. So if you're looking to go with 24 option, it would be because of more currency pairs and also like general higher payout. So if you're really keen on higher payouts, 24 option is the one to go for. Now, execution, 24 and ETX are actually quite popular with our members in the Binary Lab because both have very fast execution. The benefit of ETX Capital is that after you click a certain pair, that option still remains on the screen. So if your last trade was a $25 trade, you don't have to click on that asset again and the expiry and the amount again. It will basically be there on your screen. So that, let's say, and this is really useful if you're doing like 30 or 60-second trading, if you're trying to ride a trend, follow the direction, because you can just at the end of one expiry just click the next trade again and click the next trade again after that one and the next trade again. On the other hand, with 24 option, you basically, as soon as you click a trade, you would have to reselect the asset, reselect the investment amount. The timing is still there, but you have to go through, you have to do a couple more clicks in between. And for me, I tend to have, I use one screen, I don't use two screens. Some people use two monitors, 3 monitors. I just do everything on my MacBook Pro right here. And what I tend to do is I tend to put my broker on one side and the charts behind it. So I have the chart, it's kind of like overlapping. So I have the broker window overlapping the charts. I shrink my broker window a little bit, and which means that in order to get the asset, I have to scroll to the left of the screen to have the things come up again. So it is a scroll plus 2 more clicks to get it ready compared to ETX. Once again, right now we're doing more of the 5-bar expiry, so like 5-minute trades, 25-minute trades. Expiry times, oh yeah, expiry times 24 option, loads more expiry times. ETX is great. ETX has a lot more expiry times available than the, let's say, the CT platform spot option. I mean, CT already had, I mean, the Panda platform already has a lot of expiry times, but ETX has more of these. Selling early, okay, ETX gives higher payouts for selling the trade early. 24 allows you, both of them allow you to sell a high-low trade up to 5 minutes before an expiry, I believe. ETX, I'm very sure it's 5. For 24, I'm not sure if it's 5 or it's 7, but I think it's just about there. You can sell a trade early for more than 90% of the initial capital invested in 24, or get a more than break-even amount early. but the payouts for 24 on the early sell is not as good as ETX. ETX has the market leading early sell. They pay up to, I've seen as much as 76, 77, yeah, 77% is highest I've seen for early sell. So let's say you ride out for full term, you can get 85, but for early sell, you can get up to 75, 77, which is really, really good. That's something that most of the brokers don't offer. ETX, that's that plus point. Service. Okay, 24 option has, I would say, one of the market leading service. The account managers are knowledgeable. They're prompt. There's an autoresponder from the company that emails the trader like regular events that come up in the financial markets, tips and tricks, and they also have a great archive of videos that you can watch and learn different things about binary options trading in the education center. ETX doesn't have as developed an education center on the website, and also the staff's follow-up is not as tight as 24. This can be taken as a pro or a con. If you're very used to brokers being on your back just to get you to verify your account, to get you to trade, well, in ETX that's not going to happen. I can see that I'm getting a little bit more staff contact from ETX now in the email than I used to in the past, because literally it was like join and forget. So they don't do nothing. And when I first encountered ETX, they do nothing. They don't follow up with you whatsoever with your verification. They pretty much leave in your hands. And for some people, this is a plus point, because a lot of people are so jaded with brokers from Cyprus, like banging you with the phone at all hours of the day, getting you to put in more money, getting you to verify, getting you to sign up for auto trading. ETX, that will never happen. Never happen, because of the way they're regulated in the UK. It's a little bit more stringent. And at the same time, I do think they also have less people in the after sales than a lot of the other brokers. So well, that's increasing, but at the same time, if you are often getting annoyed with people, if you're getting annoyed with brokers, I would say ETX is the way to go, because you're not going to be annoyed. 24 is better than a lot of other brokers in terms of the sales team. They do contact you, but they also respect your preferences. So if you express that you like to be contacted, they will devote the time to actually contact you, to advise you, to give you one-on-one coaching. That depends on your account size as well. But at the same time, if you choose to be, like for most agents, a lot of agents like myself especially, don't like to be contacted on a regular basis, don't like to pick up calls from strange numbers, then you can also express that to them and they'll respect that too. And then ease of depositing. I would say 24 option is really, really easy in terms of depositing, because when there's actually a phone application. Once you sign up on the computer, they will actually send you a link via SMS, which works to verify your phone number as well. And when you click the SMS link, you're able to make your deposit and also use an online app to scan your ID and proof of residence, and also like a deposit proof. If you're using a credit card, there's an app that's able to recognize the front and back of the card, so that you can do it all in one step. They kind of cut out the excuses of you not getting your account verified. So while they are a regulated broker, which requires like all these documentation to be given up front, but they've also provided the tools to make it as easy and fuss-free as possible. ETX, on the other hand, when they will not chase you for verification documents. When you send it in, it may take like 2-3 days for them to get back to you, and then if something is missing or wrong, they will tell you, but then again, when you give it back to them, it's going to take another 2-3 days. So fairly lengthy process for getting approved. Is it worth the trouble? I would say that, well, ETX is a fairly nice platform to use. Execution is super fast. Pricing is what you see, what you get when you click it. The price goes through right away. Um, 24 option, I would say in terms of execution, I did not like them a year ago, but right now I do. What do I mean by that? Okay, I can click on a pair, as long as the price appears on the trading context, even before the Java chart appears, I just type in my amount up or down and I'm already in the trade. So in that way, I can get into trades super fast with 24 with super good execution. Many a time I'm able to win a trade because I'm able to get in so fast, get a nice positioning with 24 option. A year ago, this was not the case. A year ago, I experienced spread. I experienced delays in execution. But right now, 24 is super fast. I have no more complaints in that respect anymore. What else? Chat support. Okay, chat support with 24. They're like on the ball, super fast. Like they're probably one of the most responsive live chats available in the industry. ETX, you have to contact them by phone or email. I recommend that if you go with ETX, you contact them by phone, okay? Because they have a good support team on the phone, which gets you a faster response than sending in an email, which I believe they do get a lot of emails, and it takes some time to go through the emails and get a reply. What else? What else have we left out? Maximum trading amounts. Maximum trading amounts in 24 option, you can go up to 100K per trade. So if you're looking for big league, you can go up to that much. In ETX, I believe it's 10K. I believe it's 10K if I'm not wrong. I need to check, but I believe it's 10. It's definitely more than 5, which is better than spot option, because spot option for turbo you cannot go more than 500 for turbo trading, but in ETX you definitely can. So if compounding your trade sizes is the key, I would say both ETX and 24 are fairly good. 24 is more for bigger league people. Oh yeah, there's one thing that I also wish to add as well. A lot of people will use a different charting platform when trading binary options like as a price feed. So I like to do my analysis on MT4, MetaTrader 4 basically. There are some people out there that like to use TradingView. There's some people that like to use NetDaniel. So, but the thing is that the price feed from these brokers is more or less is always going to be different. NetDaniel, MT4, TradingView is almost always going to be different from what you see in the binary broker. Most of the time, the prices move, an equal amount despite the differences in pips. 24 option has the very powerful feature of built-in Java-based charting. So, for those of you who are crossing over from forex trading to binary, just like myself, I actually used to do a lot of forex back then. I crossed over from forex to binary, and I'm actually able to. I actually find one feature in 24 very useful, which is the live charts. Okay, back in binary days, back in forex days, I used to use a broker that has all these charts, on the screen, and basically what you see is what you get, and then you can just click and do it. FXCM had it. There's another very popular broker that had it as well. I can't think of the name offhand, but they had one of the best quotes and execution. 24 gives you the charts. You can put your own analysis up there as well, and with those charts and analysis, there's a live price feed that's the same as what you get in the broker. So this helps you eliminate, if you want to get an accurate price feed, you can actually set up basic indicators. They have most of the things. They have the stochastics, RSIs, moving averages, Bollinger Bands, MACDs, a lot of the common things, accumulation, distribution. They have a lot of these stuff inside of the online web-based charting app for 24 option, so that you can actually base the trading systems off their price feed instead of an external price feed to ensure that you get the pricing that you want as well. This is a big plus point for people who use Macintosh just like me, because a lot of people who use PC have the benefit of certain brokers that allow you to trade off MT4 charts. and get the same pricing. But over here in 24, on a Mac, able to do that as well. ETX doesn't have their own inbuilt external charting. I mean, there is a price graph, but they don't have the feature like 24 where you can click open a new window where you can put all your analysis on that chart as well. Withdrawals. Both ETX and 24 are quite fast and prompt with withdrawals, and they do pay out. You have no concerns with that one. Oh, depositing. Yes, I did mention that 24 has a very smooth depositing process. ETX, on the other hand, when I try to deposit, I have various credit cards from various banks, and I had difficulties in depositing with some of my local bank cards, and I eventually had to use an international bank card, a Citibank card, to make a deposit. So I'm not sure, and I'm not able to give you information as to which whether your local bank card will work at ETX or not. So I would say that if you're looking for small trade sizes, fast executions, and generally a good selection of expiry times, like ETX, like I said, makes it available for more people because $10 starting trade, right, versus 24. So you can give ETX a shot. I would say ETX is probably a superior platform to. This is the Markets Pulse. It's a superior platform to the Panda, which is what CT, Porter, Tropical use. But however, let's say if you have problems with depositing, 24 has many more deposit methods available, and you probably could get like if you can't do ETX, do 24. You're going to get higher payouts. You're going to get more pairs available to trade. So, is it important to have more pairs available to trade? I say if you are an opportunist, and let's say if you're trading something that's long. Okay, if you're primarily doing like 60-second trades, 2-minute trades, it doesn't really matter which one you pick. But if you tend to pick things that are longer than 2 minutes, you have ample time to go between charts. And for me, currently doing the Binary Lab, like the most recent webinar, we were doing 3 currency pairs simultaneously, the trade different pairs, 3 different directions, different expiries as well. So multiple expiry, multiple pairs, and with I can tell you that if I had used a broker other than 24 during that time, I would have only been able to take half the opportunities because a lot of the pairs are not available on the other brokers that are available on 24. Okay, so 24 has more pairs like throughout the day with lesser payouts during the Asian session and high payouts during the London and the US, plus a variety of expiry times, whereas other brokers, they may have a nice selection of currencies even in the Asian session, but they may not have that available on the shorter expiry. In final wordings, sum up, ETX or 24 option, I would say both are really good brokers, but in overall, I would actually rate 24 options higher than ETX. The only reason ETX would, the only context that I may recommend ETX over 24 is the occasion if someone is just unable to start with 24 as a starting, $24 as the minimum trade. If they think it's too high, and by the way, just as a guideline, if you're trading with 24 as a starting trade, I recommend you should be starting your account nothing less than 700, 750. You want to keep your starting trades to less than 4%, preferably. 4% is really pushing it, but if you can go for less than 4%, that would be great. ETX, let's say going by that same rule, you can start your trade. You can probably start your account like about half of what someone would start a 24 option with. Like you could start with 300 plus, and that will still be rationally okay in terms of your risk management. But let's say, having tried both platforms, having tried both ETX and the 24, I would say that if you wish to start with a broker that has smaller trade sizes, just because of the smaller trade sizes, you probably would want to move at some point from that to 24. So if you're starting with ETX, after some time, I guarantee you that you're going to want to go to 24. So if you have the means to start with 700 and above straight away, go to 24 options straight away. At the same time, for those of you who cannot start with 24 because you cannot afford the minimum deposit that I would recommend for you to trade 24 reasonably, and have difficulties in depositing with ETX, then you can also look into Tropical Trade. We're also working with Tropical Trade inside the Binary Lab. They're not bad to use the Panda platform, which is a little bit not as good as the Markets Pulse system used by ETX, which is a little bit faster than Panda. It's also not bad, but I think execution ETX is like light speed. Yeah, like Oanda. It's like the Oanda in terms of execution. So right now I would say both ETX and 24 is like Oanda. Those of you who know forex, Oanda is like one of the lightning speed execution brokers out there, web-based, you know. So pricing, when you click something, is what you see, what you get. Okay, like I said, if depositing is an issue for you and 24 is too much for you, try Tropical Trade. I have all three in the Binary Lab joining form as well. So the good news is this: if you're looking to pick a broker, but at the same time, would you agree with me that a lot of people who are looking for a new broker account to join is also because, you know, you may have previously been trying to trade somewhere else, you stopped for a period of time, or let's say you trade somewhere else, some of you may have blown out an account and you feel that you might as well starting somewhere else, or you've been getting some decent results, but you know right now you wish to move on to another broker and continue. Well, whichever your case, I actually would like to share with you about the Binary Lab. Binary Lab is a community that I started 3 years ago. Right now we have over 2,700 members, and what is good about the Binary Lab community is that we do have live webinar training sessions, but at the same time we have like a Telegram, a mobile app-based chat that you can also download for your desktop or mobile phone, and you can basically discuss with other members of the Binary Lab whether a certain pair is good to trade or not. So you can get ideas and most importantly inspiration as well, because there's going to be the times in trading, I get that too, where you're emotionally high or low because of a recent success streak or a recent loss streak. By sharing your experiences within the chat group as well as the Facebook community, it's going to help you rid negative emotions or help to empower other people, and in the same time, when you're feeling down, able to be empowered by other people's results and findings from their trading as well. And with the community platform, able to find the confidence to trade. A lot of the people in trading leave their accounts abandoned after a period of time because they feel handicapped and paralyzed to make a trade. That's why the community can help you, because when you're in the trading with a community of people, they can help you gain that confidence so that you're eventually going to start to want to try to trade by yourself too, even though you initially were scared to trade. So a lot of the people who have come into the Binary Lab have gone from just very ordinary hit or miss coin toss kind of performance to being able to consistently get 70, 80, 90% accuracy. The current methods that I teach in the Binary Lab, the triple threat system, which involves 3 different kinds of methods into one trading template, which you get for free, allows various confirmations to help you make more accurate trading. At the same time, in the sessions, I teach you how to do it in a simple way and also in a more accurate way as well. So for those people who are looking for high accuracy, it's also possible with the existing methods. And if you just want something that's very easy, very idiot-proof, there's also ways to trade it. Not so high accuracy, but enough to make you profit. What kind of profits are we talking about? If you go onto my Facebook page, the Facebook page is facebook.com/thebinarylab page. Oh, by the way, if you have any questions about the Binary Lab, you can go ahead and check it out there. Some of you who wish to go into the Binary Lab, register for one of these brokers, you can do so from the link below. It's thebinarylab.net/join-binary-lab. You can do that right away. But if you have any questions, go onto my Facebook page, post your question as a message to the page, and either myself or one of my admins will reply you and help you get started in binary options trading. I thank you for watching. This is Julian from the Binary Lab. Goodbye.